Good morning, YouTubers. This morning we are in sunny Kinver. When you talk about Kinver, usually you think of three things. Kinver Edge, oh, we're not going there. The rock houses in Kinver, we're not going there. That deserves its own vlog, I believe. And Kinver Scout Camp, I suppose, and we're not going there either. What we are doing, we've come to Kinver to try and discover its industrial past, its important industrial past. And what we're going to do, we're going to start from here, we're going to walk through the high street, and then we're going to try and find the River Stour, or Stour as it should be called, and the Staffs and Worcester Canal. I'm parked right by Kinver and West Midlands Society of Model Engineering Limited. It's the miniature railway. I believe it's only open on a Sunday from 2 o'clock, and it looks quite impressive. This is the Kinver Sports and Community Association. Big car park here, so it's handy. We get our first view of the River Stour. Some people say Stour, but it's the River Stour. There it is, it just starts to run at the back of Kinver. Just approaching the high street. In front, Plough and Harrow, my favourite pub in Kinver. You turn up here, it goes up to Kinver Edge. See St Peter's Church in the distance on the hill. Kinver Mews. Kinver, I believe, is an old name for Kinver. Kinver was another name. Best kept villages from 1985 to 2016. The White Hart pub dates back to the 14th century, I believe. A little walk up Churchill. Halfway up Churchill, we've got the crossing at Kinver. And I'm pleased to see it's still open. Right next to the crossing, a lovely looking house. It's a private residence now, but it used to be the old grammar school. I'm going to walk down between the old grammar school and the crossing, a little passageway called the Holloway, back down towards the canal and the river. When we cross this bridge, we get another view of the River Stour. This river is flowing down towards Stour Port, where it meets the River Severn. Over the back there we've got a pumping house, and I don't know what it was used for. I don't know whether it's to provide fresh water to houses or whether it's to top up the canal. In the distance you can see the Vine pub, and that's where we're heading at the moment. Just before the Vine we find the Staffs and Worcester Canal. This first lock which we come across is Kinver Lock, and we're going to follow the river, we're going to follow the canal to Hyde Lock. I've just met a lovely woman in the village called Georgette, and she used to run the Vine pub, and she was telling me that just where the benches Oh, now there used to be a weighbridge, and it was a weighbridge for the barges, probably weighing the material that we're about to talk about in just a short moment. Just past the Hyde Lock, just past Kinver Lock, we've got an area of permanent moorings for the narrowboats. They've got electrical hookups, look, and it is a beautiful spot to stay. We're just going to walk past these moored boats, and then I'm going to tell you exactly why we're here. Okay, let me tell you why Kinver was so important. Well, we've got the river Stour and Worcs Canal, as we can see, we've just seen, and we've got the river Stour running parallel with it. In Kinver, there were the first slitting mills in this country, arguably. There was one in Rugeley, and there's a village called Slitting Mill, I believe, and also in Kent. Now, slitting mills were used for slitting bars of wrought iron. The wrought iron, as we've said before, was made from pig iron, and it was then made malleable in puddling furnaces. The bars were about 3 inches wide, about 3/4 of an inch thick, and they were first rolled and then they went through the slitting mills. The slitting mills produced bars of rod, square bars of rod, and as we shall soon find out, these were used for the nail industry. There were more slitting mills along this part of the River Stour than anywhere else in the country. We don't have to walk too far from Kinver Lock, a couple of 100 yards maybe, and we come to Hyde Lock. Right, we're going to turn off the canal here and go down this path. It looks as though there were sluice gates here at one time. That would have been to regulate the flow of the River Stour. One of the most famous ironmasters of this area was Richard Foley. Fiddler Foley, I think he became afterwards because of some of his dealings. But he's still remembered in some parts. The infant school in Kinver is called the Foley Infant School. And there's a pub not too far from here called the Foley Arms. That building is the Hyde Dovecote. So we can clearly see Kinver Church in the background, and this path is heading straight towards it. So this must be the right path back to Kinver. All the horses have got ear and eye covers. They must be plagued with flies. This must be the route of the Kinver Light Railway. It's heading directly towards Kinver. The depot of the Kinver Light Railway was here, so the maintenance, repairs, cleaning would all have been done here. So we might be having a bit of cricket a bit later on. And this completes this week's tour of Kinver. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. and also press the bell notification if you're viewing on a computer or an iPad. Don't know where we're going to be next week. Could be Dudley Zoo and Castle, I should say. More interest being on the castle. So we'll see. Hope to see you all next week. Bye.